What's up guys, here is AhkTaar and welcome back on my YouTube channel. In this video, this is gonna be the first video of a new series I want to make on my channel. I am planning to do the same video with all the bleeders in the game against the guild boss in order to see the maximum potential of all bleeders. So if you don't have a needle roll, if you don't have Lucia, can you use another bleeder? We are gonna find out. So, the first hero I am gonna try is Hisaro. He is such a great hero, one of the best bleeder in the game, a single target, and such a great unit for Gwyneth. So, I built him with heavy stats, he is a monster. Now, I am gonna use him with Catherine and Ben Austin in order to make some pursuit on the boss and some counter attacks so he can apply more bleeds. I decided to use Nicholas. It is just to give an extra damage to him with the passive and the apple, and more speed so he can deal more damage and be safer, I would say. And finally Verto, because he increases his own attack without decreasing the defense or the tenacity of the boss, and so focus on the bleed damage on this video. So let's run the fight and see the result. By the way, I'm not sure he can stay alive during all the fight. So, as you can see, he is buffing himself. Every time he plays a bleed on the boss, he gets some unique buffs here, and so he increases his bleed damage over time. So now he has the maximum amount of buffs on him. He has basically 80% more bleed damage thanks to his passive, which is pretty insane. He is gonna deal insane amount of bleed damage. Using the ultimate, he can trigger 4 bleeds at once, and so he is gonna deal a lot of damage. He can apply up to 2 layers of bleeds using the basic attack, but he has only a 40% chance, so you want to have a crazy amount of effect hit on him. Effect hit first, mastery then. But in fact, here I have this aura on him, so I get more effect hit, and so at the moment I have the same amount of effect hit and mastery. You need also something around 100%, 130% effect hit if you want him to be reliable on the boss to place the bleeds, otherwise it is not gonna work. If you can't afford to have that amount of effect hit, you have better solution instead of Hisaro, but he is great if you have a lot of effect hit. Then mastery and attack, but he has some attack buff, I think. He has the aura, increasing his attack by 12% during the fight. So yeah, he is doing insane amount of bleed damage. Look at that, I'm gonna lower the speed. $600k per bleed without the attack buff. With the attack buff coming from Verto, it is gonna be better than that. Also, I have Verto, so now my Hisaro has 22% more effect hit and 44% when he has the attack buff on him. So let's have a look to the damage of the bleeds now. 900k per bleed. But he had only 8 bleeds on him, so let's see if he has 10 bleeds on him, the damage he takes. Okay, now he's gonna have 10 bleeds. So let's see. 1 million per bleed. 1 million per bleed when he has 10 bleeds on him and the attack buff 40% on my Hisaro. So the damage are pretty insane. I have also a Combat Vanguard aura. I have no Mastery Surge aura on Verto. It could be way better if I had a Mastery Surge aura on Verto to increase the mastery of my Hisaro. And I have Skill Master aura on Ben Austin. So let's have a look. 0 stars, so 12%. And on him, 3 stars, so 28%. And I have 0 star on the Legendary aura on Hisaro though. So the damage are pretty nice for a single hero. But I think I have to mention that, but with the Incarnate Sanctuary, I have also 10% more bleed damage on my heroes. So yeah, if you have Hisaro, he is one of the best bleeder in the game, because you can also use him against the Gwyneth, because he provides the Severe Wound, and he deals an insane amount of damage, so he is the best solution to take on Gwyneth. And he is great for the guild boss. So if you have him, if you don't have Nidrold, if you don't have Lucia, maybe it's a good solution to build your Hisaro. But to have his maximum potential, you are gonna need to have his third exclusive, as for Lucia and Nidrold. And also he is the best hero to have for the Faction Abyss, the Forgotten. So yeah, he is really interesting to build. The damage are pretty nice so far. After that, I'm gonna show you the stuff I have on him and the real stats. So, using only Hisaro, I have the 200 million damage on this account. If I am using Hezonja and Lucia on this account, I'm able to deal a bit more damage, but it's two great heavy damage dealers. So look at that, final result, 229 million damage on Hisaro, which is pretty insane. He is so great. So let's have a look to the stats of Hisaro and the gear. Here is Hisaro. He has a lot of tanky stats, but it is because of the Sanctuary. Let's be honest, you can't have that normally if you don't have a high Sanctuary. 45k attack, I have 127% effect hit and 140% mastery almost. The normal stats I would have, if it was my account, I would have something around 110% effect hit and 125% mastery, something like that, and 40 to 43k attack. I would have a 500k HP and 32k defense, I think. More speed than the boss, and this is a must-have. If you are planning to deal a lot of damage against the guild boss, you need to have more speed than him. This is really important. So in terms of emblems, this is what I have on him at the moment. More attack, everything to increase his direct and dot damage. And here to reduce his cooldowns, it's pretty useful here, more effect hit. This one could help a lot. This one is not mandatory, or yeah. Attribute debuffs, bleeds or not attribute debuffs. Severe Wound is an attribute debuff, I think, if I remember correctly. Let's find out. Yeah, it's an attribute debuff, so yeah, it's interesting to have that if you are against the Gwyneth. But if you need more effect hit, this one can help. But only if you have more speed than the boss though. So I have this aura, as I showed you, only level 3, so it could be way better if I was farming the Forgotten faction. And in terms of equipment, this is what I have on him. Okay, it's some bout stuff. Bout stuff in the shop. Bout stuff in the shop. I don't have any stuff on this account, so I have to farm, and I can't show more stuff without that. I mean, look at that, this is so poor, there is nothing, only 5-star gear, and I should sell all the 5-star gear, I think. Yeah, and after that, at the end, I have no blue 6-star gear on this account. I have to farm a lot, so for now I'm using that. But the speed substats are not that heavy, so maybe I can get some mastery sets or effect hit sets with speed substat. This is what I would use on my account. So let me push myself. Yeah, sorry. So this is what I have. This one is a massive piece of gear, I agree. Then here I have some HP, it doesn't matter on him, mastery, attack rate, effect hit, so this is a great piece of gear. Here I have some speed, effect hit, but then I don't care about the HP and the crit rate. And here I have a lot of effect hit and attack rate mastery, so this is another great piece of gear. But in fact the best piece of gear to use on him is this one if you can afford it. It would give more good stats on him if I had this piece of gear. Then on the artifact I have that mastery, it's a 5-star only, so it could be better, but I have no better piece of gear on this account, so I have to farm that. Effect resistance, crit damage not needed, attack rate, speed is great. Here I have an attack one because I have enough effect hit, otherwise I would use an effect hit one. So attack rate, mastery, speed, crit rate is not needed. And finally here a speed one with attack rate and effect hit, but then effect resistance and defense rate is not great. So that was all for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If it's the case, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and then see you in the next one. Bye bye.